hope is that we all get it. Don't give in to the pain, just keep living, cause
got dreams I'm striving for. So I'm gonna live higher. I'm gonna live higher. I got dreams I'm striving.
What's up, guys? It's Toby Rosario, and in today's video I wanted to talk about my first YouTube paycheck and a little story behind it. But before I do, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification. That way you get notified whenever I post a new video. Also, give this video a like. It does help with the algorithm. What I wanted to talk about was my first YouTube check. And I did make a video on why I started this channel. But I'm going to go a little bit deeper. So this channel, I actually started it more than 3 years ago, right? So what I did was I started, it was all about, so I'm a big Gary Vee fan, and he just talks about documenting your journey, wherever you are in your journey, whatever that journey is, just document it, right? And share that journey with others in the world. Maybe share your experiences, good, bad, whatever they may be. And then, along the way, you might inspire others. And I think it's great because you can see someone where they were, right? Where they're going. And then eventually their end result, right? There, you get to see where they're at. You get to see the growth in between, right? So anyway, so I started a YouTube channel over 3 years ago, right? And I had about 32 videos in my channel. And then, you know what? I just decided to stop. And I deleted all those videos. And it wasn't up until 3 years ago where I said, I'm gonna start back up. So I started the channel. I was really into it, and I didn't see the success that you jump into this and you see all these people, right, who get success or who obtain some sort of success on YouTube, life, real estate, business, whatever that may be, right? And you feel like you're gonna hit the ground running just like them, right? But everybody's journey is different. So anyway, so I started the channel. I didn't get as much traction as I hoped. But I still kept doing the videos, and then I stopped. Okay, so then I decided to start back up again. Right, it wasn't until recently, about 6 to 8 months ago, I decided to start back up again. I got the urge to start back up again. And what happened was, so YouTube changed the qualifications, right? They made it a lot harder, essentially, to make it, right? You have to get to this threshold. So what they did was, what YouTube did, they added that you have to get 4,000 watch hours. 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers in order to get monetized, right? And not that monetization is my goal, right? But it's just that hill you're climbing. It got so much harder, right? YouTube made it a lot harder. But now that I've attained that, in hindsight, I think it's good, right? Because what it does is it deters a lot of people who are not committed, right? Who don't see the bigger picture, who don't see long term. And you can, in that same principle, you can apply that to anything in your life, right? Life, business, fitness, whatever that may be, right? You understand that it's not an easy fix. It's not a get rich quick. It's not a attain success quick type of deal. And that's what happens. Most people get up, right? It is discouraging when you upload a video, right, and you only get 30 views. And a video that took you 3 hours to create, to re-record, to record again, to edit, to upload, to find the right tags, to find the right, description, whatever that may be. One video, you only get 30 views, but it took you 2 to 3 hours to create. And there's no monetary, you don't get nothing in return. So it is very discouraging. So back to what YouTube did. So what they did was, so think about it, 4,000 watch hours. 4,000 watch hours. And let's say on average, if your content is about 10 minutes long, right? You know how much, so 10 minutes, so 60 minutes is 1 hour. You need 4,000 watch hours. That's a lot of watch hours. That's a lot of time. So it's a lot of videos, unless you do longer form content like 30, 40 minutes. But it's gonna be hard to do that, to create that content, unless you're just rambling, right? You're just venting. And even then, you still have to attain 4,000 watch hours. And then it comes the subs. The subs is a lot. It's hard as well, because no one is going. It's hard to someone to subscribe if they don't know who you are, right? Or if you don't have enough content, or if your videos are only getting 30, 20 views. So it's hard, right? It can get very discouraging. But I say all that to say this. It's worth it. I think for me, that milestone, achieving that milestone of 4,000 watch hours, 1,000 subscribers, I was just like, I was rooting for myself. I was like, you're almost there. I kept pushing myself. You're almost there. You're almost there. Let me go create another video so I can get there. So I can add more watch time. I can get more subs. And when I reached it, I don't know. It felt like, it felt great. But I think the biggest lesson was the journey it took to get there, right? Because as you're going through it, you're like, I don't know how I'm gonna get to this, right? And again, this can be applied to life, fitness, business, anything you're going through, right? You know, as you're going through the journey, it feels like it's never gonna end. It feels like you're never gonna get to that mountaintop. But I'm here to tell you that you will. You just have to keep going. Anyway, so I did reach that milestone. I felt great, but I think what made me more important, what was more important to me was the way I kept motivating myself to get to that. Now the next goal is obviously 10,000 subscribers. So I'm about 1,200 pretty soon. Again, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And once I get to, right now, so from 1,000 to 10,000, it's actually a lot easier. Well, from what I heard, it's going to be a lot easier to get from 1,000 to 10,000 as opposed to from 0 to 1,000, because you have to get that. You have to meet that threshold of 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribes in order for you to get partner verified with Google. Now, so what I made was, so the video was how much I made on YouTube, and it was 116. I'll have a screenshot somewhere in this video. It was around $116. It was actually $88 from AdSense. So it's not life-changing money. That's not the purpose of this video. It just wanted to give you a little bit of backstory, what it took to get to that, and what are some of the requirements in order to get to that. But so it was 116. So it was actually $88. So I got monetized. I got approved in the middle of the month, and from the middle of the month up until the end of the month, I made $88. And 27. So 27 I had from my previous, when I had the old channel that I never cashed out, because you have to meet $100 threshold in order for you to cash out. But my first check was $116, so 88 was from just starting the middle of May, and then the 27 was from previously when something I didn't cash out from my previous YouTube channel when I deleted it. So total was $116, right? And that's not life-changing money, but you know what? That's not what's important to me. What's important to me was me creating the content and evolving from 0 subscriber to 1,000. And now the next journey is from 1,000 to 10,000. And I'm excited to see how I'm gonna get to that, right? Because right now it looks like I'm climbing, and I'm counting Mount Everest, right? From 1,000 to 10,000, right? How I'm gonna get that, and how you get that is just being consistent, right? Don't worry about that big goal. Worry about the next step, the next video, the next content, right? Some ways you can get creative and things like that. So if anybody wants to start a YouTube channel, the number one thing I recommend is obviously consistency, because even when I started, I was still inconsistent. So you always got to be very consistent. YouTube does like that. You got to be very consistent. You gotta commit to at least 2 years. 2 years without making any money or anything like that. Now again, not that's my goal. It's just a bonus, just a cherry on top. But so they like consistency, 1 to 2 videos a week. They like watch time. That's very important. You got to make content that people stay on and watch all the way through, or a big part of that video. And good thumbnails, good titles. I don't do any of that, to be honest. I don't have a graphic designer who does my I do my own thumbnails. They're not great. My titles are not great as well, so I'm working on that. But right now I'm just focusing on creating content, and the content is just me sharing my journey, right? Sharing where I'm at in life and business, tips, things that are working for me, things that are not working, and you guys get to follow along, right? My end goal, you guys are gonna get to see where I'm currently am, and all the way along until I reach that goal, right? So that's it, guys. I made around $116, my first YouTube check. If you guys want to see more content like this, or you guys want to keep you updated on how much I'm making a month from YouTube, comment below, let me know. That's it. That's my time. My name is Toby Rosario. Peace.